Hi, this is Manjari Singh from Law School 101 and this is a video in the English series brought to you by Law School 101 for CLAT aspirants. In this video, we will be covering some part of tenses, namely past tense. Tenses refer to forms of words that indicate the time at which they took place in reference to the time of speaking. The tenses are past tense, present tense, and future tense. This video deals with past tense in the simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous forms, followed by previous year questions from CLAT 2017, CLAT 2016, AILET 2017, and AILET 2016. They have been discussed in the order listed in case you want to scroll to or revisit certain sections. We will begin with simple past tense. This verb tense talks about an action completed in the past irrespective of how long ago in the past or the duration of the action. Simple past can be identified in three different types of sentences: affirmative, negative, and interrogative. The affirmative example would be, I walked across the road. The negative example would be, she did not walk across the road. The interrogative example is, did she walk across the road? Some irregular verbs exist when changing to past tense. The three most important have been discussed. These are, number 1, be becomes was or were in the simple past tense. Number 2, go becomes went in the simple past tense. And number 3, say becomes said in the simple past tense. Next is continuous past tense. Continuous past tense is used to refer to an action that began in the past and is still ongoing at the moment of reference. Continuous past can be identified in three different types of sentences: affirmative, negative, and interrogative. The affirmative example is, she was walking across the road. The negative example is, she was not walking across the road. The interrogative example is, was she walking across the road? The structure of a continuous past tense in the affirmative form is the subject plus was or were plus the base verb plus ing. If you see this structure, you can easily recognize the tense. The next tense is perfect past tense. This tense is used to indicate an action that took place just before some other action. Perfect past tense can be identified in three different types of sentences: affirmative, negative, and interrogative. The affirmative example is, she had walked across the road when I called her. The negative example is, she had not walked across the road when I had called her. The interrogative example is, had she walked across the road when I called her? The structure of perfect past tense is the subject plus had plus the past participle of the verb. Last, we have perfect continuous past tense. Perfect continuous past tense is used to indicate an action that began in the past and is still ongoing. Further, it provides the time duration of the action by providing a time reference. Perfect continuous past tense can be identified in three different types of sentences: affirmative, negative, and interrogative. The affirmative example is, she had been walking when I called her. The negative example is, she had not been walking when I called her. The interrogative example is, had she been walking when I called her? The structure is as follows: subject plus had or have been plus present participle of the verb. Now, we will be discussing the previous year questions. We shall begin with CLAT 2017. The two questions that appeared in the paper relevant to tense required the student to identify the incorrect part in each of the following sentences from the four words or phrases that were underlined. Question 1. After being finished the last chapter of the book, please return it to me. The correct answer is option 2, that underlined portion A is incorrect. The correct tense would have been finishing. After finishing the last chapter of the book, please return it to me. Question 2. Since I have forgotten all the questions, I will have to start from the scratch. The correct option is 4D. In this question, all the tenses used are correct. However, the article used before scratch is grammatically incorrect and should be removed. Next are questions from 2016. Question 1. Professor Ahmed dash teaching us dash August 2012. The correct option is C. This is a double blank question. In tenses, special attention is required in double blanks. The tense selected needs to make sense within its blank and in tandem with the corresponding blank. In the last video, we discussed the difference between when to use for and when to use since. In this question, we have a point in time. Therefore, since will be used. Hence, the correct option is C. Question 2. Money along with his friends dash for basketball every morning. The correct option is C. Goes. This is a simple question. Since the adverb every morning qualifies the verb, it is indicated that this is a routine and not a completed action. Hence, past tense will not be used. Next, we have two questions from AILET 2017. Both these questions require the student to find out the sentence or sentences that are written correctly. Question 1. The first sentence is, Charles is a gifted footballer, but up to now he didn't play well in international matches. Sentence B is, we've been staying with Paul and Jenny until last weekend. Sentence C is, he just heard the news and was rushing home to tell his family. Sentence D is, when I grow up, I am going to be an astronaut. The correct option is C, that only sentence D is incorrect. In the first sentence, up to now makes the sentence incorrect. The correct word is until now. In the second sentence, present perfect continuous is used. However, the correct tense should have been past perfect continuous. We had been staying with Paul and Jenny until last weekend would be correct. As discussed earlier in the video, the sentence here deals with an action in the past preceding another action. In the third sentence, the correct tense would have been past perfect. He had just heard the news and was rushing home to tell his family would have been correct. Question 2. Sentence A. Have you ever been to the opera when you lived in Milan? Sentence B. The man who broke the window wants to see you. Sentence C. I won't be able to meet you next week. I will stay in London for a few days. And sentence D. My mother, who is in her 70s, enjoys hill walking. The correct option is C, that only part B is correct. In the first sentence, past perfect should have been used in the interrogative form as the sentence indicates the person in question no longer lives in Milan. In the third sentence, future continuous tense is required, but simple future has been used. Do not worry. Present and future tenses will be dealt with in detail in other videos. Last, we have questions from AILET 2016. The first question requires us to fill in the blanks in the paragraph. Take care to ensure that the options selected allow the entire paragraph as a whole to make sense. In most cases, the tense that fills the first blank usually is continued throughout the paragraph. However, make sure you read very carefully to catch subtle time reference changes. Let's read the paragraph once. A woman dashed to hospital after her car collided with a lorry near Noida yesterday. She dashed home late after treatment. The road dashed for an hour after the accident and traffic had to be dashed. A police inspector said afterwards, the woman was lucky she could dash. Question 1. In the first blank, the sentence given is, a woman dashed to hospital after her car collided with a lorry near Noida yesterday. Clearly, the action has been completed in the past. Hence, the correct answer would be C, that is simple past tense. Option B, took, is also simple past tense. However, the verb took indicates the woman acted and moved something which is not the meaning that the sentence conveys. Question 2. In the second blank, the correct option is D. The sentence is, she dashed home late after treatment. It is clear the action has been completed in the past and hence simple past tense is required. Further, this option makes sense with the first blank and the first two sentences are correct in relation to each other. Question 3. The third blank is, the road dash for an hour after the accident, and so on. The correct option is A. Simple past tense is required as followed in the first two blanks. The action has been completed in the past. Question 4. The fourth blank is, and traffic had to dash. The correct option is B. Attention had to be paid to this blank. If one had not read carefully, one would have selected option C, which is simple past tense, in accordance with the tense used in the blank so far. However, the question has changed the tense to past perfect by introducing had to. Hence, the correct answer would be B, diverted. This is exactly the kind of tense change that can be hidden in the question that you need to keep an eye out for. Question 5. The last sentence is, the woman was lucky, she could dash. The correct option is C. The blank deals with a possibility in the past. Hence, have been killed is the grammatically correct tense. The last question for this video is question 6. If I dash a more reliable car, I dash to Surat rather than fly. The correct option is A. This is straightforward double blank question. Thank you for watching this video. For more resources, follow, like, and share our page Law School 101 on Facebook. Also, subscribe to our main YouTube channel by the same name. We encourage you to post your doubts, queries, questions in the comment section below. These will be replied to within reasonable time. Best of luck, law aspirants.